most caregivers put themselves last. They're last on the list, right? Especially, when you're thinking about things I need to do for work, things I need to do for my family, right? And so taking care of myself tends to fall at the end, which obviously then has that impact on general health and emotional health. Emotional wellness, right? We know from the CDC, 70% of those in the sandwich generation had symptoms of depression and anxiety. And so we find that given that we're working with a population with a much higher incidence of mental health strain, it becomes really important for us to identify that early on, like as soon as they're joining, identify to say, is this someone that not only would benefit from emotional wellness coaching, but maybe we need to make a referral into a mental health benefit, right? And have that set up early on for this family. Family support, right? It really gets to resilience of that family unit, right? Are they able to make healthy lifestyle changes together? Are they able to bounce back when something happens? And confident. I think a lot of times what we see is, parents and caregivers, they don't feel confident about the situation they're in or about the care that they need to provide for their loved one. And, again, a lot of the focus here is like, how can we educate them to become a better advocate? But, what we've seen until date is, 83% of our families are feeling burdened from their parenting and caregiving responsibilities. And so that's pretty significant because that, there's different stages of burden, but, those at sort of that highest risk level are essentially at the stage of burnout, right? And those are the families that need that support today because they are at obviously very high risk. We see 41% of families needing emotional well-being support. And they're failing a PHQ-4, so which is your screening test for early signs of anxiety and depression. And so again, I think it just further, validates what we're seeing in the literature, but also really highlights that, if you want to have a mental health strategy for your population, it's, obviously a critical component is access to therapists and providers, but another critical component is addressing the root cause of that mental health strain. And so providing, coupling a family support with a mental health benefit, really to identify these families early on and getting them the right support and addressing or mitigating some of the root cause that's causing this strain.